Hello. I hope all is well. I hope you're feeling blessed today. And I hope your fear is not overwhelming you, but just love, hope, diligence, acceptance. Hello that way. I hope you are well. I just wanted to come on and talk for a little bit. Wish you guys person turquoise waving. Hello, Milky Way. Good to see you. So I came on just to send you guys gratitude and love and strength, and to remind you again that we are going through very high vibrational energy until the end of October. Some more than others. So just brace yourselves and know that you're not the only ones that are going through confusion or fear, sadness. Some of you may be happy as hell and being blissful, and I hope you are. Today I've taken a little break from watching all the negative things that is going on in the world. I needed to take a break. My dog's in there barking. We got airplanes going over. A dog is barking in the other yard. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I had to take a break today and just recalibrate and reconnect and remember that yes, there's evils in the world, but no matter what happens, there's no such thing as death. We will always be alive. I think that the part that upsets me is that yes, there is a such thing as free will here, and we have certain entities that's taking advantage of that free will because they don't understand balance and they're greedy. Here goes another plane. High vibes, Milky Way. Let me wait till this plane kind of gets past here. I posted a video on Amber Tarot, and as a gentleman who I don't really watch, but I came across that one specific video that he made, and it really resonated with me with all that he was talking about, because that was a big question that I used to have, is free will. So if like say evil has free will, then what makes it not okay for them to express it and do horrible things to us? And my answer came, and the answer was that if you disrupt the universe with atomic bombs, for instance, or something that can really hurt Mother Earth that will affect the cosmos, that is not going to fly within universal rules. And because you have free will up into the point of where you start causing chaos within the universe, because if you do that, then it will disrupt future generations. Exactly that way. So that way said, it's not right to trespass on someone's free will choices. I'm live, just so you know. Sorry about that. See, I have all these damn planes. Where the hell did all these damn planes come from? When we first moved in, it was not like this. Now all of a sudden they I think I'm a plane magnet, you guys. Everywhere I move, there's always planes flying above. Maybe it's the burners getting the hell out of Dodge. But so that's exactly right that way. It's not right to trespass on someone's free wills and choices. And I literally just had a dream a couple days ago. And this isn't something that I keep in my consciousness. So it was very interesting to me that I had a dream about this. I dreamt that a friend of mine, who I haven't seen for years, but in the dream, he asked me to take care of his apartment. And his apartment had a bunch of fish tanks, which is very common in my dreams with these fish tanks. And many fish are usually dead in the fish tanks because they hadn't gotten fed. And so I'm there to go and help them and take care of them. Well, 2 people came in. The lady had dreadlocks. The other guy had like a beard and looked like kind of like a burner, I guess. And they were squatters. And some all of a sudden this different person appeared in my dream and said, they're squatters. You need to get out. They have guns. And then this girl disappeared. It was a woman. And so I went to my backpack and I started to search through my backpack, making sure I had my car keys, my phone. And I grabbed my backpack and I started running to my car. And it was my old Ford Probe that I used to have. And I made it to my car. I got in, I took off, and he was on foot, and somehow he caught up to me. And we ended up in a building, and it looked like a hospital / office type building. And he caught me, and he had this little gun, and he shot a chip into my wrist. And I felt it in my hand, like physically. And I was like, oh my God, what did you do? Why did you shoot this into me? What did you do? And he was like, this is for sex trafficking. And I was like, how do I get out of this? What if I try to run? And he said, oh, well, the cops will get you. They'll take care of you. And this other guy in there said, go and find a room. I will take that out for you. He secretively. And so I found the closest room I could find, and the doors were like shutters. So I could kind of hit the person on the other side. And it was the guy that shot the chip into my hand. And I was basically like, fuck, I'm screwed. Like, I can't get away from this guy. And then the dream ended there. And I don't know what the symbolism of that is or why I dreamt about it. It could just be nothing. But that reminded me of that way's comment saying you can't forcefully take somebody's free will away. And that dream, he definitely took my free will away by forcefully putting that into me while I was running away from him. Hi, Elderberry. Yeah, you guys, let me know if you can hear me or if I'm buffering, because it tends to happen a lot on my end as well. So if somebody could just let me know if I'm okay, if you can hear me, besides Elderberry, because Elderberry's is buffering. If anybody can let me know if you can hear me, that'd be great. Okay, nobody's letting me know, so I guess I'll just keep talking. Okay, I guess I'll just keep talking. I don't know. That way said, when there's something you don't know of, how can you even make a choice? Exactly. Okay, thank you, Milky Way. Okay, thank you, Uncle Skin. Cool. Hi, Uncle Skin. Good to see you. Okay, cool. So, that was a crazy dream. And I haven't kept chips in my mind. Like, I've always been aware of it and stuff, but like to have a dream like that to where somebody was chasing me and he actually forcefully put it in me, that I feel like there's a symbolism there. Um, and I know that there is some talk about lockdowns happening again and masks and all that stuff. So they're going to go for round two. If you want to say it's round two, I feel like this is round 10 at this point. Um, I can't offer any advice. You guys are going to do what you're going to do. But I think right now, like, since the energy is so high, I think that a lot of things are being exposed. And that's a good thing. At the same time, it kind of puts fear in our hearts. And I think a lot of part of my subconscious has been telling me to look back in my life, my 42 years, and think about how many times this kind of stuff has happened to where I've been fearful and I thought the end of the world is coming and all that, and it hasn't. But there is something different about this energy. There is something different about what's going on. I know the U.S. is being attacked fully right now, and with the hurricanes and mixing the diesel fuel with regular gasoline in Florida and Hawaii, and now we have Burning Man and stuff like that. I mean, with Burning Man, what a perfect way to say, oh no, Ebola is broken out, and better get your masks on. So they're coming at us in all these different ways. It's spiritual warfare. And fear is definitely not the energy that we want to sit in. Bunker fuels. Wow, crazy dream. It might be from that video I seen. Which video? Did I see it too that way? I have a lot of weird dreams, so I try not to put too much into my dreams. But, because I've even had dreams when I was younger that there was like a nuclear war or bombs coming down. And when my brother was a baby or a kid, I had to, my mom wasn't there. It was just me and him. And I had to jump over fences and pull him over the fences with me. He's an adult now, so he could do it himself. But, I used to have those kind of dreams too. So I think that a lot of it is just very fear-based. And that is a huge way to control people, is fear, right? So that's why I've been listening to this beautiful song. I posted it on my community page on both my channels. They played it intuitively, so it was all created on the spot. And I've just been trying to focus on that today instead of the fear. And it's not like, I think a lot of people, we don't really fear for our own lives. Of course, our instinctual habits or our instinctual placements is to be saving our bodies, right? Like, we're here to survive. So like, that's why people start going crazy when they feel like they're trapped, or when they feel like they're in a corner, is they start going crazy and start doing crazy shit to other people just to survive. So I think that's kind of like a normal thing. But I think a lot of it has to do with just, especially if you're an empath, and you know the destruction that this dark side can cause, that's the scary part. Just if you have empathy for nature or empathy for humans, empathy for children, elderly, birds, trees, just everything, then I think that's where the sadness comes from. But I keep getting reminded in my third eye, my mind's eye, is that even if we disappear from the planet, which we will eventually, whether it's now or 30 years from now or 50 years from now, it's just natural, right? The earth will always be here. It's just sad. It's just sad to know that it could be different. And I think that it's important for us, obviously, to raise our vibrations, right? So, and to be okay with what happens, and to be at peace and know that there's really no such thing as death. What we see here now is just an illusion, and this isn't the real. There is a different realm that's actually real. And when we pass, that is where we're going to go, is the actual real place. And so I keep getting reminded of that in my mind's eye, which is keeping me strong, because I was kind of like starting to get depressed and all of that stuff, which we all go through our ebbs and flows and stuff like that. And so I was going to do a live. The thing about the live is I don't know if I can capture everybody's attention doing a live meditation with you guys. And I guess it doesn't really matter if I'm by myself doing it, but I'd rather it be more professional and prettier and straightforward. Just creating a video that I edited and I made to where we can all watch over and over again to do mudras. So if you know what mudras is, cool. If you don't, mudras, I used to do this all the time, and it's just different hand postures. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, Satanists do that, or the elite does that. Well, they do it for a reason, and it's because it's scientifically based. We have energy routes that go up and down in every cavern of our body, and our fingertips, when you link them together in certain ways, it activates certain parts of your brain. And I've been doing these a lot during the day. Even if you're just having a conversation with somebody, you can do this. It activates different parts of your brain. So depending on which way your fingertips are touching, it may activate calmness, or it can activate intellectual conversation to where you're actually thinking on all cylinders and able to communicate properly. There's what else? There's creativity. There's mudras for success, things like that. So if you hold your hands in these certain ways, hey Chloe, it's good to see you. So if you hold your fingertips together in certain ways, it'll activate a different part of your brain to, and this is scientific. This isn't just, some silly stuff that people think. And so I'm going to do a video on that. Just to kind of, maybe a short video, maybe I'll just do a 6-minute to 10-minute video per mudra, so that you're not stuck there for 20 minutes, because some of these postures you only need to do for 5 to 6 minutes. Some you have to do for 10 minutes. So, oh yeah, definitely. Milky Way said, I wish I knew more about meditation. I think there's good stuff that comes from it. And also, so you can do this while you're just hanging out with people having a conversation. You can do it while you're doing a live on your channel. No, they're not hard at all. You just put your finger here. I'll show you. So right now I'm doing this one. You just put, and if you have long nails, you might, I'm going to actually file my nails down, but you just, this one is for, to activate, your mind, to activate your left and right brain together so that you're thinking on all cylinders. And you just sit there as you have a conversation. Ah, where's my pinky? There we go. And you just sit there and you talk. So like you'll notice Trump or all these people like Andrew Tate is his name, I think. All these different people, right? They'll do things like this. And this is because you're putting together your left hand and your right hand, and it's activating different parts of your brain. And you can just sit there and talk. You don't even have to sit there and meditate. What I'll do is I'll do a little meditation just to kind of help activate that part. But that's kind of why I'm explaining it now, is when you do see the video, just know you can do things like this without music or with it. You can just sit there and, like I am right now, holding a conversation with you, you know, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, see, like everybody has different finger lengths and different like flexibilities. You know, just do what you can. But like with nails, you are going to have to be able to touch your fingertips together. So having long nails might get in the way. There's another one here where you see a lot. This one, I believe, is for success. And you see this a lot. But you intertwine your fingers all like that. You keep like a gun. And then you spread it out and it looks like a vagina, right? And you can just sit there. You can even do it like this, but a lot of people do it like this. And you can just sit there in your chair with your hands just like that. You don't have to have them up, or you don't have to do anything. Just as long as your fingertips are touching like this, that's all you have to do. And you can just sit here and have a conversation and nobody will know the difference. They might be, if they see your hands, they might be like, oh my God, you're a Satan worshiper. Well, just remember that these evil people use things that we use, and then everybody just assumes that what we use is evil, which isn't true. It's just that they understand the power of touching your fingertips in a certain way together to create a certain thing that you want. You know, a lot of people do this, right? They put their two fingers together. You can have your fingers, these fingers together, or you can have them split. Whatever. That's when you do meditation and you sit there with it on your knees. This creates calmness. There's so many other things that this creates. I'll probably do a description when I do the videos. I'll put a description of what the hand gestures do, so that if that's what you're looking for, then do it. You can even look it up on their mudras, MUDRA. Just look it up and you can find what your goal is online. It's really easy. Poking fingers out turns out body temple into a star fort. Turns our body temple into star fort. Poking fingers out like this. But yeah, so the cool thing is you can be doing anything. You can be just walking in your house, and you can be like, you know, if you see a lot of monks and stuff, they'll be walking and they'll have their hands in a certain way, you know. Prayer is a different thing. This is a different thing. You know, it's just knowing how to place your thumbs and things. Like, just look it up. It's super easy. I was doing it the other night in my bed, and I was doing all these different things, holding them for about 10 minutes a piece. and I couldn't sleep. And I was like, oh crap, I just activated my brain. It doesn't want to go to sleep. Hi, Esley. Like you were just doing earlier. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming this one. It doesn't really matter. I just didn't know what it was called. Yeah, it's Mudra. Mudra. And that's why you see like a lot of Trump does it all the time, but you see a lot of people with money. They're always doing something with their hands. And some of them are evil, you know, like this, like like this. Oh yeah, like hip hop. Woo, hip hop. But that's actually kind of like the all-seeing eye. So that's, you know, especially when they do it like that, like that's a different thing. But yeah, it's all about intention, right? Yes, mudra. Yeah. So yeah, so there's a reason why these people do it, and let's start doing it. Let's start activating both sides of hemispheres of our brain. You know, let's start letting spirit know that we are aware and we're willing to do what we need to do to activate so that we can connect, so that we can start to change things, change the energies, calm ourselves, give us more energy. There's different mudras to do that'll give you more energy or that'll calm you down, make you more focused, things like that. Hey, Max, good to see you. So yeah, I've been doing that lately. Just I'll be sitting there watching a YouTube video and I'll have my fingers, you know, boom, just sitting there. Because you really don't need to be meditating when you do it. It's all about energy. It's just all about putting together the right and left hemispheres of your body so that it works together and connects, you know. So I'll be doing that. I'm also working on a different video. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's a different project. I'm probably not going to focus it, or I'm probably not going to post it on my channel this time. So keep a lookout on Kaz's. I'll put it on my community page when it's ready and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, meditation is no thought, but you know, and sometimes, you know, and I think that a part of that here, let me put that on the screen. I think that a lot of people when they meditate, or a lot of people don't meditate, let's say it that way. A lot of people don't meditate because they think, I think too much. I have too much going on in my head. There's no way I can sit down and meditate. And that's why they call it a practice, right? Is because it takes practice to calm your mind down, to not connect to the thoughts. So when I meditate, oftentimes I'll still be thinking a lot, 100 miles an hour, thinking this, thinking that. The key is to learn how to not attach to the thoughts. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to eat for lunch tomorrow? Oh, I got to work tomorrow. So when you're actually meditating, you can go, oh, that's what I just thought. Okay, fine. Like, I don't have to start thinking about what bread I'm going to use and what mayonnaise I'm going to use, and or ketchup or mustard or meat, or, you know, I don't have to start like thinking about how I'm going to make that sandwich. I can just go, oh yeah, I do have to make a lunch for tomorrow. Cool. And then just let it go, you know, and that's when you start to focus on your breath again, in and out. And then you'll start to maybe think about something else, you know. Oh my gosh, I need gas, you know. Oh shit. Okay, cool. I need gas. Okay. Start breathing again, you know. And that's the practice, is like allowing the thoughts to happen and not getting upset that they're there. Just knowing that that's what our brain does. Our brains think. That's what it's there for. But learning how to not attach to the thoughts is the key. And that's what meditation, it helps to it helps you to learn how to not be so attached to these thoughts where it starts giving you anxiety, you know. It's like, oh man, I got to get my kids to school. I got to make them lunch. What are they going to wear? What am I going to wear? What am I going to eat? Like all this stuff. It's just like, oh yeah, I got to feed my kids tomorrow. Cool. Let me focus on my breath for the next few breaths. And then a different thought will come in, you know? And then it's like, okay, cool. I see that. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, you know? Just say thank you. And then breathe and focus on your breath again. And don't beat up on yourself about like, I have all these thoughts. I can't sit down and focus. No, that's normal, you guys. That's normal. Our brains are designed, I should say. They're designed to keep us alive. And that's why it's always going. And it's okay. Like, it's like, okay, cool. Thank you for doing what you were designed to do. I appreciate you for still working. But, you know, thank it and then start focusing on the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's why I like to do a lot of meditation with a nice, like this, you know, music like this. Something that kind of puts you in the zone. So whenever your brain starts to chitter chatter, like the 1,000 monkeys or the 100 monkeys, chitter chatter, you can focus on the music again or your breath, whatever it is you like. Like my best friend, he doesn't listen to any music. He doesn't listen to any meditations, mantras, nothing like that. He just sits still in a chair and he, you know, but then me, I like to listen to very gentle music so I can kind of refocus my mind on something that's going to help my brain get back into that rhythm. The delta waves. Thank you. You just read my mind. You just read my mind. So yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, I just wanted to come in and be chill. Yeah, I guess people at Burning Man, they're starting to get out, which is good. That was another thought that came to my mind today. Because, you know, I'm still totally thankful not thankful, sorry. I'm still in my meditative state. I'm like thankful, gratitude, which is great. See, that's what I'm talking and I'm meditating at the same time and I'm connecting my energy centers, right? So now I'm in this gratitude frame of mind, right? So it's pretty cool how like it can actually shift your consciousness as you speak. So what I was going to say is that I'm still not really a fan of the protesters blocking off the road out getting to Burning Man. The main reason is because there's people that live out here, right? And they need to get to their houses or to work or to pick up their children, or, you know, maybe they're sick and they need a ambulance. And these people were right in the middle of the road disrupting it. So I still don't agree with that. However, I was thinking, okay, so with all this destruction and the rain and the chaos going out on the playa right now, the playa is Burning Man. That's what it's called. Black Rock, it's the playa. That's what it's called. The playa is made out of clay, by the way. It's not sand. It's not dirt. It's not your typical dirt. Like a lot of people don't understand why it's so sticky. The reason why it's so sticky is because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's very high alkaline. And there's probably other different types of minerals in the dirt. And it's literally just like making a clay pot. And you can make a nice clay pot and it stays perfect and it dries out and you have a beautiful pot to put water in and drink out of and everything. That's what that is made out of. So it's sticky, really sticky. And so that's the reason why when people are trying to drive out of there, all that clay is accumulating and getting thicker and thicker on the tires and stuff to where they can't move their car. They get stuck. Same with if you're trying to walk in it and stuff. When I went to Burning Man in 2006, I wore boots the whole time, never went barefoot. And when I came home, my feet had a crust on them, like dry skin, crusty for like 2 months. It was bad. And these people are out there not knowing what they're dealing with, and they're walking in this mud barefoot. They're going to go home and they're going to need to do some serious pedicures when they're finished. But going back to what I was saying, so here, let's do this one this time. So I'm going to do this mudra right now. If you want to do it with me, just clasp your 3 sets of fingers as a shotgun, boom, and then spread it out like a vajayjay. And then just let all that just chill on your lap. This helps for success, wisdom, conversation. So what I was saying again about like the protesters, even though I disagree with what they did, a part of me is thinking maybe that was spirit going into these people, trying to stop them from going out there, because once they go out there, they're going to get rained out, stuck in this mud, and it's really destroying the playa. This is sacred land out there, and I don't have anything against Burning Man or anything. Like it's cool, like whatever, do your thing. But this is sacred land, and now that it's almost like Mama is saying, I don't want your party here anymore, you know. And just so you know, like there's a lot of earth eggs out there. Hi, B. Freeman. I wonder if much of anything is really real. Yeah, I was kind of saying that earlier. B. Freeman is like, we are kind of in this like matrix, you know, or not even a matrix. I think that's kind of like an outdated explanation, but we're in an illusion, right? But even like we could take it into a conspiracy realm too and say, well, maybe these storms were brought on to cause these people to get stuck out there so that they can use that as an excuse for Ebola, because that is now a rumor, is people have Ebola that are out there from all the dookie, you know, because that like it's so muddy out there. All of the porta potties and stuff are overflowing, and so people are digging holes in the playa, which is sacred ground, and they're having to go to the bathroom in these holes, right? And now everybody is just walking in the mud and spreading all of this dookie around everywhere, and you know, so maybe that could be another excuse for them to say, oh, better mask up, everybody's got Ebola now, you know. So who knows, like it could even be fake in that way too, right? There's different ways to look at it. Milky Way said, it is a sad day when you know the weather you are having is real, is real or not. Right, yeah, when you don't know. Yeah, it's a sad day when you don't know if the weather you're having is real or not. Yeah, exactly. Again, just cross your fingers, make a gun out of your fingers, spread your fingers out to look like a vagina, and chill. Put it on your lap. Activate that part of your brain. Let's be successful into fighting whatever it is we are fighting here, okay? Kennel cough, isn't that a dog thing? Yeah, they're gonna use this. I'm pretty sure they're gonna start using it as another, you know, variant of something. Okay, going back to what I was saying before I forget. So I was thinking, well, maybe like, even though I don't agree with the protesters, maybe it was spirit going into these people saying you need to block off these roads and barricade these roads to try to stop people from coming out here and destroying the playa, because the playa is sacred, you know. They did it in the wrong way. It didn't work. It pissed a lot of people off, but maybe just maybe that was a part of God saying, try to stop these people from going out here, you know. It could have been, I don't know. So giving them a little bit of, you know, leeway, a little bit of a pat on the back, and not trying to be so hard on them, maybe that's was a subconscious godly thing. Who knows? I laugh a little bit every time you say vajayjay. I was going to say something else too. Okay. That was what I was gonna say. So out there, there's these things called earth eggs. Oh, whooping cough. Right. Ooh, that's horrible. So there are these things called earth eggs, and I used to think they were like a perfect circle, but I looked it up and they're not. They're kind of like a big round, just kind of funky shaped rock, basically. And there's people that go out there and they hunt for them, and they break open the earth egg, and they make jewelry out of it, and all of that. I hope that it makes that, obviously I'm pretty sure these minerals are tough enough to make it out of this crazy disaster, if you will. But so here's a necklace that a friend of mine got for me from somebody who hunts the earth eggs out at Black Rock. So this is actually a Black Rock stone. It's blue and brown. So I have another one too, and it's totally brown. Well, it's brown with different brown swirls in it and stuff. And this kind of stuff can be damaged because people aren't listening anymore. They're just like, we're out of here, which I don't blame them. I try to get out too. But at this point, I think that Black Rock, they need to stop doing Burning Man out there. I think Mama has had enough, I think this is kind of a warning that it's like, okay, you guys have been here since the 90s, and I think it's time to maybe find a different place to party for Burning Man. So I don't know if they're going if they're going to decide to move it or not, but me personally, I feel like now just go ahead and tap. If you're doing this one, go ahead and just put your fingers back to where they were, all fingertips together. Chloe said, here, let me put it on the screen. I could see if they were trying to make it into a shopping center or something, but what could they have really done to hurt the land other than trying to curse it somehow? Let me make sure I read this wrong. What happened to my song? My phone's been wigging out. Has anybody else's phone's been wigging out? Because mine has not been working. It's been tripping. So I guess no more song. But let me make sure I read that right. In shopping center. But what could they have really done to hurt the land other than trying to curse it somehow? Oh yeah, I think the protesters were there just because of the litter and stuff, maybe. But at this point, with all the rain and the shitting on the playa, and that's really nasty and toxic to the earth. So it's not like they meant to do that. Like, nature happens, right? Like, it rained, it got muddy. They had to do what they had to do. But now this is the first time where it's gotten so bad where people had to actually dig holes and go to the bathroom. And could you imagine being in tents and having to sleep in that thick mud? I just, which isn't all mud, right? So I think at this point, it's probably time for them to move on. I think Mama's telling them hey, Anton, it's good to see you. Yeah, so I think Mama's just saying, they've been there since 96 or something. It's been a long time that they've been partying out there, and maybe Mama's just like, hey, find somewhere else. But hopefully everybody gets out safe. Hopefully they don't start to use this whole Ebola shit. I don't even know. I know somebody died there. Usually more than one person dies out there every year. I hate to say it, but it's true. People get ran over by art cars because they're so high and they run in front of an art car and all of a sudden they get smushed by an art car. You know, people commit, like they themselves out there. Like there was this, I don't remember how many years ago, but there was this person, trigger warning. There was a person who decided to off himself out there and he hung himself onto somebody's camp and he was hanging there for days and people just kept walking past him going, "Oh, cool. Look at the art." They thought it was art. It was a person. um, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff goes on. And then I'm sure you guys have heard about like how that one guy ran into the man when it was burning. Really crazy. And I actually watched like about that guy who did that and everybody was like he was so balanced and he was so chill and we never thought he would do anything crazy like that and he ran right into the man when it was burning. So crazy. That way said, love, free energy, and sharing our gifts and talents is all we need here. Yeah, I've been watching those videos of the earth. I can't remember what they're called, earth houses or earth houses. I don't know. And a girl did that here in a haunted attraction. No one knew it was real. Oh, that's awful. Hi, Drum Stud. It's good to see ya. That's crazy, Paradox. Hey, it's good to see you, by the way. I feel like it's like, why would you do that to people? Like, that's traumatizing. Gosh, damn. Do it somewhere alone and I don't know. Oof. Is Mary here? Hi, Tattooed Angel. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Mary? Well, Mary, I don't see you in here, but if you are here. Oh, Drum Stud. Okay, yeah. Where's Mary? By the way, Mary, I got your email. I tried to click on the link and it said it wasn't available. So I wasn't able to click on it. But yeah, so pretty wild things going on. I wanted to keep it kind of light today. Because a lot of things are so heavy, I think it's really odd. Like a lot of people are not seeing like what's really going on and stuff. And it, like with the Hawaii fires and stuff like that, people are still trying to pretend like nothing bad is going on. And I'm not trying to go there right now, but it's just, come on, guys, we got to wake up a little bit. Hey, Kaz, it's good to see you. But yeah, Kaz made a new song and I'm working on it. So that's going to be coming out soon. So subscribe to her channel because it'll be on her channel and push a notification. That'll be coming out soon. What else? I've gone through a lot of things that I want to talk about. Again, we're going to be doing a video with the mudras pretty soon. It's not going to be live because I want to make sure that it looks decent and no cuts or no funky pauses. I want to make sure everybody is in the process of learning how to do their mudras. It's weird how it's so wet where it usually is dry and dry where it is wet. Yeah. The climate is changing because of the sun and the poles shifting. Yeah. And, I'm sure the climate is also changing because of the oils and all that stuff. Like, I don't think that climate change isn't real. But I don't think it's as extreme as they're trying to say it is. If they really wanted to change climate change, they would start to let us use inventions that people have made before. Using water. I mean, there's been people who have put water in regular engines. They just tweaked a couple things in their car engines and the water ran that bitch fine, There's different, I was watching what's that guy's name? Somebody brought him up earlier. The guy, the alien guy. Richard, what's his name? He looks like an alien. Anyway, I was watching him talk at a seminar, and he was talking about how like all these inventors, one of the problems is all these inventors will create something, right? Milky Way said, I would love to have you on a show sometime to do mudras. That would be fun. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So anyways, okay. Richard Gere, Richard Greer, right? Richard Greer. That's his name. Richard, right? Richard Gere. So, I was watching about a seminar, and he was talking about how people who are inventors, they get this, my baby, my precious. He even showed that on there. My precious. No, my precious. And so they take their invention and they're like, I will not share with anyone because they'll steal all my money. And then they end up getting killed, and they die with their invention to the grave, and nobody has it. Like, and this is stuff that could change the world, right? But they end up getting killed. Like even Richard Greer was saying, just give me the invention and I'll put it out everywhere. Do I trust him fully? I don't know. But hey, who else can we trust, right? Like, it's like, fuck it, just give it to him. Let him like fucking try, or maybe these people really are giving it to him and then he gets them killed. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's actually a good person, which is hard to find these days, especially when they're that famous. Like, he's so famous. How is he not dead yet? How is he still alive when he's such a whistleblower? How is he still alive? I don't know. But he's like, I tell these inventors, like, give it to me and I will put it out there in the public so you can it will be out everywhere and people will know how to do this. And they're like, no, I don't want people to take my money, my precious. And then they fucking get killed or they die, and then all of a sudden there goes their invention. Bye bye. So that's a big problem with a lot of inventors, is they don't want to give out their invention because they don't want their money to be taken from them. That, I don't know, there has to be somebody out there that goes, hey, like, puts it up, just put it out there. And I'm sure there is stuff out there, just like with those homes. They use all these, I'm sure you guys have seen it before. I can't remember what they're called, earth homes or earth something, and they use tires that aren't all busted up, but they use old tires. They fill them with dirt. They have to do a lot of hammering the dirt in there to fill up the walls and everything, get it nice and full of dirt. And then they stack them all up. And then they start to use clay, like at Burning Man or Black Rock Desert. They use clay and they cement it basically. And then they just created this whole system. If you want, I can post the video. Earth homes made out of tires and bottles and things. Exactly. Yeah, they use cans, beer cans. So, I mean, hey, if you like beer and you feel bad for having pollutants, don't feel bad anymore. If you make an earth house, you can use it as a home, right? So it insulates your house. And they figured out a way to have like all their plants and everything on the outside, which helps to to regulate the temperature. And then there's like, I think they said 4 ways they use the water, which, you drink the water, you pee it out or poo it out. All of that goes right into the greenery. I'll post the video so you can kind of get an idea, because I'm probably not going to explain it right. But all of that waste from us goes into the greenery, which waters your fruits, your vegetables, and everything, and it helps to fertilize them and stuff. And then there's other ways. I can't remember the other 3 ways that they use it for, but it saves so much water. They only need like an inch to 3 inches of water a year to have it last to replenish everything for a whole year. It's pretty amazing, and they're beautiful. I mean, I would love to live in one of these things. Um, Composting, recycling, put a lawn on the roof. Yeah, put a lawn on the roof. I didn't know how, and people would grow smaller. Earth homes are freaking awesome. Yes, they are. And then they also keep the temperature all year round. He said, even if it's 70 degrees, 80 degrees outside, or really cold, like below zero, it will always keep it 70 degrees inside. And so it really regulates the temperature. You don't need air conditioning, heating, anything like that. The problem is of course the government doesn't let you do it. You have to get all these permits and everything, and then you're kind of pushed way out into the desert. So you have all of this, you have everything you need, right? You're out in the middle of nowhere. But if you still like to have people around you once in a while to talk to, because there's not going to be phones out there's not going to be TV, none of that, right? No bars, no grocery stores, nothing like that. So if you're the kind of person who needs that kind of, you know, you need people to be around, that's where it gets a little bit hard, because they don't allow that near any big city or anything. But I think that's pretty fascinating. I wonder how much it costs, because they do offer schools. You go out there and you learn how to do it yourself. And then you build your own house out there. So they are building their own community. Some people say, oh, it's a cult. And I'm like, well, I hope it's not a cult, but you never know. This kind of stuff can turn into a cult really fast. But really, hi, Josie. Hi, Jeannie, Angie, I think Ange. Hi, Jeannie. I'll just say Jeannie. But yeah, so that would be rad. Like, I would totally be down to build a house like that. Would I want to be in his vicinity, his whole sanctuary? Maybe not. I don't know. I have to get to know the guy, but he's pretty. He's an old man. Hopefully he's still alive, because the video I watched was 2 years ago, and he had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And he started changing his diet, and he was pretty, confident that he was going to make it, but you never know. So he might be gone now. I don't know. Cult of Personality. That's a song, right? Cult of Personality. I think that's the song, right? But yeah, so pretty, like, there's some amazing things that we could do with this planet. And it's all about knowledge, right? And learning how to do it, and actually hands-on. Like, I'm a hands-on person. Some people can read something and know exactly what to do and always have that in their brain and be able to do it. Me, I have to kind of see it and do it. So, but there are so many options, and it's just a shame that we're not allowed to break free of this matrix, because it really is a matrix. It's everything is worked on a grid. We rely on water that's from a different company, that all the piping has been laid by other people 100 years ago. Like, we're drinking all of this water that has a bunch of crap in the pipes. And we have to deal with heating. Like, our electricity bill just went up $70, just like that. They just decided, hey, your electricity is not $250 anymore. It's $3 something now. It's like, okay, great. Like, everything's just, it's very intentional, and it's kind of scary. And their jobs are going down. People are losing their jobs, and there's a way out of this. And I think that, like, the only thing I can see how we can get out of this is just start learning how to create our own sanctuaries that are self-sufficient, because you can live in a tiny house, and you can build your own little tiny house and stuff, and have your own little garden and stuff. But what happens if a really bad snow surge comes through, and everything freezes? All your garden is gone. What happens if a tornado comes through and wipes out your tiny home? And that's why I really enjoyed the videos about those earth houses, is because they're very stable and they can withstand the elements. So it's pretty. Your electric bill is wild too. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like right now, I have my eye on a grocery store I want to work at, because I'm good in a grocery store. It's pretty easy work, not super high stress. Um, and I kind of want a job where I don't have to stress out all day. I just want something where I can go to do my job and go home and chill and not be all, because I'm empathic, like a lot of you are, very intuitive. I feel energies all around me. And when it gets to the point where my energy surge, it zaps me. It really zaps me. And so I just want somewhere where I can just go do my job, come home and do my thing, right? And so I finally finished my cover letter and my resume, which I always dread doing because I always run into issues. And so I know where the file is, right here, right? And I go to email it to myself so I can print it out, go take it in, and then also put it online. And there's file's gone. Where's the file? It's gone. I'm like, really? Like, why does this have to happen every second freaking time? It's really frustrating because it's like, but then I keep thinking, okay, it's all in divine timing. Maybe this isn't the job that's meant to be. Maybe I need, a different type of job. Maybe this isn't the one. So, but it's very, very frustrating. It's like, dude, I just worked hours on this, and I always am able to find my files. It's not like I'm pretty smart when it comes to computers. And it's just every time I try to get a job, I can't find the fucking file. It's so annoying. It's really annoying. So, but yeah, put out good energy for me that I'll find a job, because things are getting so expensive that it's like, doing side gigs or reading tarot, or, it's not cutting it. Like I need like steady money, just like all of us do. And everything's just going up and up and up. And I don't want to have to, sell this house. Like, we love this house. This house has beautiful vibes. It's a beautiful house. And Amber, that happens to me all the time. Yeah, it's very annoying. It's so frustrating. So I just took a break. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break. Like, because tomorrow, the hiring manager is going to be there, and I was going to go in with my resume and introduce myself. And I can't, because I can't even email myself my damn resume that's on my computer. So, yeah. So anyways, yeah, just like, like I said, I'm going to be doing that video. I'll teach you guys how to do a couple mudras, or just look it up. Here, I'll type it in. Okay, I can't type it in. That's crazy. I can't even type in my own chat. Mudra. Type in mudra meanings, and it'll show you all these different positions, and then you'll kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. And then when I do it, then you'll be ready, and we'll do short little meditations just to kind of get you activated. We'll do it as long as we need to activate those different parts of our brain. So 6 to 10 minutes tops. Josie said, wondering if a home built like an octagon would stand storms better than a normal built home. It might. I think it probably would depend on what it's made out of, but probably, like, if you think like with how we live in blocks, squares, so the wind is pushing against. But if you have an octagon, it just kind of goes around it, so it probably would be. And then also with with like Chinese feng shui and stuff like that, they say that, like, living in all these boxes, it cuts the energy off, so it doesn't flow like it normally should, so it can come back to you properly. It just cuts it off. And it just, it's almost like when with water and pipes, you know how when water goes in the pipes and all these pipe curvatures break apart the hydrogen from the water, it like breaks apart the molecules and makes it more toxic. It's probably the same with energy, I'm assuming, because I know with feng shui they suggest that you have like more rounded walls. Yeah, we're always going through similar things, you know, especially in this time. I think a lot of, like I was saying earlier, the energy is going to be very high until the end of October, some more than others, and we're going to be running into things that are very frustrating. It's going to be testing our patience, and also it's going to be like making us realize, like, is this a person or a situation that I want to keep myself in anymore? Like, is this worth my time? You know, because I have a few friends that they are going through certain things with people that they've known for a long time and they love, but they're just so sick of their bullshit. They're ready to just get out of it. And it's like, yeah, it's time, you know, like now is the time to follow your intuition. Try not to overreact on emotions. But if you've been feeling this feeling for a long time, it's probably time to start acting on, or just, or finding a different way to navigate and get out of the situation, you know? Esley said, Navajo Hogan and the Mongolian yurt. Very similar. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Very similar. Round walls, kind of a dome type roof. Yeah. Kaz needs her wages coming in ASAP. Yeah, for sure. Kaz had R. Wayne Steiger did a live with Kaz. I don't know if anybody saw it, but he did a live with her, and he created a, I keep wanting to say PayPal, but it's the other one where you can help, you know, donate money and stuff. So I think she posted the link in his chat. So if anybody would like to help her out, she's going to be starting work soon, but she needs a little bit of you know, help for food and and electricity and stuff like that. And I know we all do, but you know, if you have any expenses, you can even post your link in there if you want to, Kaz, for your PayPal. If anybody wants to donate a couple bucks or something, um, she's been having a hard time. So yeah, PayPal. Yeah, you can post your link in there if you want. Yeah. I know a lot of people are going through a hard time right now, and some people are more well off than others. And I know when I have money, I like to donate and stuff like that. And so, and I do donate. So I typically donate to animals. That's kind of my deal. But you know, of course, if I had some cash, I'd definitely be donating it to Kaz right now. I was wondering why chat wasn't moving. I had to leave and come back. LOL, so much better. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, it's, I'm telling you, man, there's something going on with the internet. Are we still in a Mercury retrograde? I don't even know. Hexagon tiles and dome homes. Yes. And then obviously it just depends on how, what it's made out of, you know. Because if you have a dome house made out of all glass, you're probably going to burn. You're probably going to be an ant like underneath a magnifying glass in the sun. There's spells and mudras and secrets and life tricks swirling around. Yes, there are. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and spells, I'm not, so people, when people think of spells, they think of like, which you can do. I mean, obviously, you can do whatever you want, you know. I've never done a spell, so I wouldn't even know what to say. But I guess in at the same way you could, like, mudras are spells, right? In a way, it activates your brain. So I guess it's not really a spell because mudras actually activate your brain in a certain way. But like mantras, that's a form of spells, right? Um, you know, ram, yam, ham, um, vam, om, all that stuff. Which I believe it is a spell, but it is also activates a part of your brain, or a part of your um, psychic system to connect to different parts of realms and everything like that, you know. Oh, your car broke down. That's awful. That's awful. It's like when you're having a hard time just getting your bills paid, and then your car breaks down. It's like, oh my god, like when I lived by myself, there was always something else happening. And I would just cry every time. I'm like, why? Why? It's very frustrating. People hid in trees during floods. But yeah, what else? I don't know. I don't know. What else? There's Kaz's PayPal link if you want to, you know, donate a couple bucks or whatever. My plan is on, well, we talked about this earlier, so I might as well just go ahead and say it. So what we're gonna do is, so she had a couple people donate to her this last go around, which really helped. Thank you to anybody who donated to her. It helped her with some food and get her bills paid. It really helped. Um, and I know she has a lot of pride and doesn't like to ask for help, but that's when when our friends need help is when they ask, when they usually don't. So um, what we're thinking of doing is she'll make a song for all the people. This is the first round, so we're gonna make a song. She's gonna make a song, and I'm gonna do a video, and I'm gonna put everybody's name that donated in there, just to kind of give everybody a little shout out and a thank you, and let them know that they're in our hearts, and gratitude. So we're gonna do that for the first round, and then this round we're going to do it again, and so you'll have your own dedicated song with all of your names in the video and stuff. You're welcome, Cass. And then I'll go ahead. I know it's not going to really help very much when it's on my screen, but it is in the chat. When the video is done, if I can grab it and put the link in the description, I'll do that. Otherwise, Kaz, you can always just put it in the comments. You can put your link in the comments. I'm okay with that. Yeah, when it comes to links and stuff, like I have a lot of people put their links in like my messaging and everything so that I can share it to people, but I don't like to do that unless I know exactly what the link is. So in this case, I know what the link is, so you're good with that. But typically, I don't post links or anything like that. Um, so just so you know, that if you ever do send me a link, that's probably why you never see me post it. And it's nothing like, against anybody who sends links. I just am try to be careful with that stuff. But okay, well, we've been on here for an hour and 13 minutes. Yeah, I don't know, me too. I'm just like, I'm a good person. I'm nice to people. Why? I know it seems like, I mean, shitty things happen to good and bad people, but it's very frustrating when you're such a good person and you work really hard, but the system is designed to be against us, and that's just what it is. And everything's going up and up and up. Groceries, everything. Like I went to Rayleigh's the other day. We got a cart full of stuff. Not even a big cart. Like their carts are like that deep. They're like maybe 2 feet high deep. They're not even a regular deep cart, right? Filled up this tiny little cart. It was $350. 350. It was insane. For your basic stuff, vegetables, a couple frozen meals, some water, a thing of soda. It was wild. It's ridiculous. $3 to $5 loaves of bread. Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. Like and it's just and it's clearly set up against us. Like all of this stuff is happening. And you know what else I was thinking? With the Burning Man is a lot of those people rent their RVs and stuff. This might make those RV places have to go out of business after this because people are leaving their RVs out on the playa. They're like ditching them and they're going onto the road and hitchhiking back home. And so now, what are these people that own the RVs going to have to do? They're going to go out. They're going to have to get them towed out of the playa, which is going to cost a lot of money, probably like $1,000, if not more, just to get one RV out of the playa. Then they're going to have to clean it, which took me about a year to get all the playa dust out of all my costumes. I was still finding playa, and I didn't even drive home in my own car, and I was finding playa in my car. It's really difficult to get rid of. So, you know, this whole incident might even cause a lot of RV places to go out of business, you know? So things like that. It's just like, oh, you're welcome that way. You know, so it's just frustrating, like what's going on in the world. You know, that's why I took a day off from all the negative stuff. You know, and I just want to do some positive things and just try not to focus, because if we keep focusing on what's really going on, we're just going to go into a depression, and that's not going to help any of us. So keep doing your mudras. Like I said, look it up, see what it's all about, see what they mean, and then follow along. When I do a couple of videos, I'll post them, and it won't take much of your time. And like I said, you can do this when you're sitting down. Like if I didn't have a cigarette in my hand, I'd be doing it right now. But there's so many different, let me see if I can find different ones than what I was doing. So you can even connect. So like earlier I was doing like this one where, here, let me get rid of so earlier I was crossing the fingers and doing this. So you can even connect your fingers like that and do it like that. You can even cross them like that and do that. So there's different meanings to all of these. What else do we have? Let me see if I can find any. There's so many different ones. Oh yeah, there's different ones where you put your finger over your thumb, and that's all you do. And what it does is it starts to activate different parts of your brain. You know, it's kind of like acupressure or acupuncture, same kind of concept. I used to do acupressure on people. For those of you who don't know, I have a massage table in the garage. And I would do acupressure on people, and it basically just activates different energy centers in your body to help the energy flow, to help pain and headaches and all that stuff. Same type of thing with these. They actually activate. There's things that you can do to help stomach issues. And I think this is actually one of them. I don't know what you do with these ones. I'll have to look that up. You might just leave them out. I'm not really sure because I didn't do these. But I do remember crossing your finger over your thumb, and that helps with your stomach. So if you have gastrointestinal issues, things like that, you can do that. Headaches, there's different things that you can do with your fingers, as you all know. I know this is one where you pinch down your index finger and you just hold it, you know. Very simple things, and you can be having a conversation with people, and you can be doing this, just sitting there talking. People might notice that you're talking with your hands like this, but if somebody asks, just say, no, yeah, I have a headache, or, you know, oh, it's just, you know, feels good, you know, just stretching my finger out. Like if you're around people that don't really understand what you're doing, just, you know, stretching my fingers, no big deal. Like people don't have to know what you're doing, you know, because then, you know, unless you know they're open to the conversation, don't tell people what you're doing, because a lot of people just don't understand. A lot of people will judge you and start calling you a tree hugger and all this stuff, and they don't really understand what you're doing. And was about to the same acupressure points. Yeah. Wow, that sucks. Holy crap. Damn the man. But yeah, so like you can do all these different types of things with your hands and get a different just look it up. You know, mudra. I have a headache. What mudra is for headache? In fact, let me look it up. Hold on. I'm going to stop this for a second. So, mudra for headache. Okay, so there's a couple different ones. Okay, so this one looks like 2 fingers up, okay? And all the rest of your fingers are touching your thumb. So that's one for your headache. 20 to 30 minutes daily, which is kind of a long time. I'm sure it would take that long because a lot of mudras only take 6 to 10 minutes. But, you know, this is a good one. And then cross all your fingers together and then connect your pinkies together. That's good for your head too. That's what it says. But there's a lot of different ways to, and you can just sit there and hang out and have a conversation with your hands like this. And, you know, nobody will be the wiser. They just think you like to sit with your hands a certain way, you know, unless you're aware and you're in the know, then you'll know, hey, I know what you're doing. You're smart, right? Like, let's talk about it. And then it can cause conversation with, you know, with other people who are like-minded. So if you ever see anybody doing mudras like that, then you can maybe click up a conversation with a like-minded person that who knows where that'll go. You can make a nice bond and friendship with somebody, even if it's for 5 minutes. What else? Let's do one for the stomach. Mudra for stomach. Oops. Mudra for stomach ache. Press the tips of the index and middle fingers to the tip of the thumb, and the ring and little finger remain outstretched. Palms facing up. So just like that. So you touch for your tummy. There's different ones too. This isn't the only one. But touch your index finger and your middle finger to your thumb, and then just keep the last 2 fingers straight. Just like that. Yep. And that helps your tum-tum. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. What did you miss? You missed the whole live stream, Truth Seeker. Dang it. I'm sorry. I was just about to end the stream. You did miss a lot. I'd go back and listen to it. I think it was pretty good. What do you guys think? You think it was pretty good stream? I think there was some pretty positive things in there. And True Seeker, I did see that you went into Milky Way's live stream the other day. You clicked on the link. You said, I don't know how I got here. I just clicked the link. Hi, Dissonant Jones. It's good to see you. It's so funny. Yeah, I saw you guys. I don't know how I got here. I just clicked the link Amber posted. And I probably didn't. I went and did something for a few minutes, and then I came back and I saw that. So I don't know if you saw me say hi to you. But I did say hi. I just got in there probably after you left, or I'm not sure. Hey, Lost in Space. Hi, all. I missed also. I know. I wish that I was more, what's the word? Organized. And I knew when I was going on so I could like let you guys know, hey, I'm going on in 30 minutes or tomorrow. But I never know when I'm going on. So like, I always tell people like, that way said, very good, Amber. You're awesome. Awesome. Thank you that way. Don't forget to push the like button, guys. That always helps out. I think, I don't know. Comments are always nice too. Even though if you can't see the comment right away, it's because I have to review it first and then I post it. So you can always comment. It will show up eventually. As long as you're not calling me an asshole, I'll put it up. So but yeah, just make sure that you know, put your, oh, by the way, Kaz is, you know, Kaz could use a little bit of help. If you have a couple extra bucks, Kaz could use a little help just for some food and stuff. She's starting her job in a couple weeks, but you know how that goes. She usually doesn't ask for help, but it would be very, we would have a lot of gratitude. We will be making a video for you guys. It's going to be the first group is we're going to have the first group of names on the video just to show love to you guys. And then this next second group, if you donate, we're going to make another song. She's going to create the song. I'm going to create the video. We'll put your names in there for, you know, just to send you gratitude, you know, because sometimes we go through a little bumpy ride and our egos don't want us to ask for help, but sometimes, damn it, we need some freaking help. So, you know, anything, if you want to help her out, go ahead and click the link, the PayPal. If you didn't see it in the chat here, I don't know if I can pin it on. The thing about StreamYard that sucks is I can't like pin things, and I can't even tell if somebody has been blocked or anything. I can't tell if somebody is trying to say, hey, Amber, and highlight my name or anything on StreamYard. So it's really frustrating. But the link for her PayPal will be in the description. I'll have her post it in the comments, actually, not the description, but the comments. If you feel like giving her a couple bucks, you know, she could use a little help for some food and gas and stuff. Good, B. Freeman. I'm glad you're learning stuff. That's awesome. I'm going to eat some cantaloupe. Ooh, enjoy, Paradox. Cantaloupe is cantaloupe is one of my faves, and also honeydew. I love honeydew. Even though the melons are like against my blood type diet. If anybody knows about blood type diets, it's not good for A's. Like any kind of melon, not good for A's. But I still love honeydew. That was my shit when I was a kid. Yes, we do make a good team, huh, Kaz? Yeah, so we're gonna have another little nugget for you guys to enjoy pretty soon once I'm finished with it. She finished her part, so I'll be finishing my part. And I know I was talking about something before I went off on a tangent, because that always happens. My cigarette keeps going out, so don't think I'm chain smoking. I just keep talking, and which is good, right? I don't want to be smoking, like I don't want this to be my fifth cigarette by now. So I'm glad that I talk so much it goes out. That's a good thing. Link worked for me. Awesome, Chloe. Awesome. So yeah, it's cool. The cool thing with PayPal is like you can see who donates to you, so we can write down the names and make sure that we can give gratitude to everybody who does that, you know. Kaz never asked for anything, so when she does ask, I know that it's important, you know. But this time, the cool thing with Kaz is, hopefully it's okay that I talk about this, Kaz. I'm sure you've talked about it before. I'm not going to give away like any crazy shit, but well, there is nothing crazy to talk about with Kaz. She's an angel. So, but she had her job that she just had with the United Postal, I don't know what they call it, the post office, right? She had a job as delivering mail and stuff, but she was only on part-time with a temp service, right? You know how temp services go. So they let everybody from the temp service go last minute. She had no idea. So that's why she's like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? And luckily we have a lot of loving people who, you know, are willing to help all of us out. Like whenever any of us need help and we can, even though I can't financially help, I can help this way. Right. And so we all have our own ways of helping, even if you can't, just saying a prayer and putting out good vibes, you know, because she went on to our Wayne Steiger's channel, and he did a GoFundMe for her, and she didn't ask or anything. He just was like, let's do that. And then he had everybody in on his channel at the time in the live chat all collectively focus on her getting a job, right? And the very next day, she got a call from the Postal Service, right? And they were like, hey, can we interview you over the phone? She's like, sure. And so they interview her and everything. And you know how usually when you're interviewed over the phone, they go, okay, cool. Like, let's move on to the second stage. You can come in on Wednesday. We'll do a second interview. It didn't go like that. The lady goes, you're hired. And that was literally the next day after Wayne had everybody, collectively send out good vibes. So that's how powerful the mind is, right? And I think that, I always have to check myself, because sometimes I get stuck into this rabbit hole of what's going on, the government, all of this bullshit crap. And I always have to pull myself out of it. And my higher self has to go, hey, snap out of it. Like, you need to start focusing on, because the power of the mind and the power of the heart and the power of connection is so magical, and it creates things like this. And so, hi, Michelle. It's good to see you. Lost in Space. Mwah. So it's just a beautiful thing to watch, to watch, like, magic, the real authentic magic, where you don't have to throw pig's blood in and hair, and you know what I mean? Not that kind of magic, just manifestation magic. Like, it's really cool and powerful just to watch happen, and it's just a beautiful thing. Michelle, such a beautiful lady. Michelle is a beautiful woman. She also has a channel. She does tarot every once in a while, or oracle, I believe. So if you're not subscribed to Michelle Canham Free, she has a channel as well. A lot of us have channels actually in here. Milky Way, of course, does. So yeah. So it's just nice to know that, like, community, community. Eye of a newt. What's that? Newt. What's newt? We've actually had a decent amount of people in here on the live, which I really appreciate. I appreciate all of you. I see how many people are here watching, and I appreciate all of you for here that are interested. It makes me realize, like, the topics that I'm talking about, people are actually interested in, which motivates me and teaches me what to talk about next and what people want to listen to, which is good, because I don't always want to talk about haters and drama and all that crap. Be like, I don't want to talk about that. That's not what my channel is about. It's not what it's ever been about. But sometimes I get myself into other realms of YouTube that I don't belong in. And that's where the drama comes from, right? Sometimes if I speak my mind, I'll get some haters in too, because sometimes what I say doesn't always resonate with anybody, which is to be expected. I don't think everybody needs to agree with me, but don't call me a fucktard, because then I'm going to get pissed, and then I'm going to want to come at you. You know what I mean? But I really, I'm happy that we have so many people in here watching right now, and all of you loving people who are so fucking amazing. And I've known a lot of you guys for so long. And, I've kept your attention this whole time. So now I know what you want to hear. It gives me an idea of what to move forward with, so that we can expand on these different topics, because my channel used to be just about meditation and tarot, things like that. And I did notice that, like, people like to be on live, like when I'm on lives more, I guess, because it's more raw and we can all communicate with each other in the chat. So that's, I know people really like lives more. It gives us something to interact with, which is cool. Community, right? But I just know, like, back in the day, I just didn't get very many people interested in some of the things that I did, like my meditations and things like that. But I think now I'm a little bit more seasoned with how to make videos, how to do things better. That I think that people, people want to stay more, because it just feels like more, what's the word? Shit, I can't think of the word, like, it seems like everything's just more not connected, but just put together properly, organized, I guess is the word. Let's see. Sadly, some survive on drama. That is so true. Hold on, let me go back up here. Let me just go through some of these messages. Hope I can help you. Let's go up here. So Kaz has her link in here if anybody wants to help her out with some food or anything like that, that would be amazing. She's a beautiful soul. Also, she has a channel. She makes music, creates music. Um, hey, if you want a song made for you and you want a video made for you, maybe work out a deal with Kaz. Maybe you can spend a little bit of money and get your own song made. I don't know. I don't know if Kaz is willing to do that, but hey, why not? It's like, why not? Hey, you can have your own song and video made just for you. But that's just coming from my own self. I don't know if Kaz is willing to do that. I'm sure she is, but anyways, so let's see. Okay, so Milky said, hope that can help you, Kaz. So I'm assuming that Milky Way donated. Thank you, Milky Way. You're a very sweetheart. Esley said, LOL, salamander. Michelle said, posted a dragonfly in my hand and a bald eagle videos recently. Yeah, she did. She, really cool. Just go to her channel. Go to Michelle's channel. She saw a bald eagle and it was beautiful. And then the dragonfly, of course, in her hand. Like, if you like that kind of stuff, and if you watch that kind of stuff, sometimes it attracts that to you. So then maybe you'll have a dragonfly in your hand next time, Michelle said, true tribe is ride or die. True. B. Freeman said, got a mantis checking me out a couple days ago. Oh, that's cool. Mantises are cool. I don't think I've ever seen a mantis in real life. I don't think I have. Maybe, but I'm not really sure. Elderberry said, yes. And all you ghosts, thank you for hanging out also. I think that was Ghost, right? Paradox said, we love our Amber. Thank you. I love you too. Michelle said, if we don't resonate, just leave it be. Exactly. That's right. Like if you don't, so, sometimes I feel like correcting people and being like, no, it's actually this. But, sometimes it's just like, don't say anything. Just let them figure it out themselves. If they really care to know the real answer, they'll research and they'll figure it out themselves, or sometimes you'll feel a vibe where maybe I need to tell this person like, wait, no, it's this. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. So it just depends on the vibe and how you're feeling. But it's always good to be nice about it, instead of saying, hey, you're an idiot. What are you talking about? That's never the right way to go. Because then you're just going to get people mad and want to come for you. B. Freeman said, magic slushy machine. That's so funny. My mom and my brother have been addicted on the slushies from Sonic. Every day they're like, can you go get us a slushie? And I'm like, okay. They're hooked on that because they don't drink. I'm the only drinker in the house. And they're like, we want our slushies, our sugar. I'm like, okay. That way said, just stand in the truth. It never loses. 100%. 100%. And you know what? Sometimes our truth is wrong. And then, we'll figure it out, but truth is truth, right? So I guess there's a difference between truth and belief, right? So it's like, is my belief actually true or is my belief coming from something else? Michelle said, sadly, some survive on drama. 100% people love drama. That's why like a lot of the drama channels have so many people in there, but it's like, is that the kind of energy you want to be surrounded by? No, not me. I don't know. Some people thrive on it. Some people love the drama. Once in a while, I get a little hair in my ass and I want drama too. But then after that, I suffer for weeks after because that's not really who I am. It's like, why did I do that to myself? Even Kaz is like, what are you doing? Why do you keep throwing yourself in the fire? And I'm like, I don't know. I was cold. I don't know. Kaz said, wow, Robert, you are so kind. Thank you so much. Will help loads. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you, Robert. I don't know what you did, but I have a feeling, you're a sweetheart. Thank you. That way said, I know, right, Michelle? Michelle said, you have a wonderful channel. You have a wonderful channel. Cass's hearts. Michelle said, what you produce matters. Michelle said, many in our community need support. 100%. I mean, I need support. We all need support, right? What I ask from you, is just to put out some kind of prayer or good vibes that I find a job that I can actually vibe with and make a living and just be happy. That's all I want from you guys, is to envision me being happy and have some good income coming in. That's all I want. And my computer to like actually let me access my resume so that I can actually get a damn job. That'd be cool. So Kaz is a bard. What's a bard? I saw in a CCTV feed from Backyard Mantis. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. CCTV. There, I saw this one mantis on Instagram, and it I don't even know how to explain it. It was really cool though. It looked like it had a bunch of feathers and stuff as wings. It was really cool. And of course, you know how they dance and they're all goo. Prayers prayers up for the all. Yes, ma'am. Kisses to you. I know. What's a bard? Only second mantis I've seen. Songs and Tales. Shakespeare, the famous bard. I still don't know what that is. I guess I'm not much on Shakespeare. Not my vibrational frequency. Yeah, like not being all in the drama community. And yeah, I know sometimes I get caught up in it, and I know it can be a little annoying when I do that, but sometimes I just have to get it out so that I can move forward, but you're right. Like, it's like, that's why I don't want to go on many people's channels anymore, because I just don't want to, catch hate. People that don't know me, they automatically want to judge me, and they automatically want to think that I'm an idiot and that I don't know what I'm talking about, and that my intentions are not in the right place. And it's like, why do I need to try to convince you, who I've never met in person, never talked to once, who I am? Like, why do I have to convince you? Like, who are you? If you want to know me, then go to my channel and listen to me talk. You know what I mean? Let's see. Work for me one day as a producer. Milky Way said, be happy, don't worry. Wasn't that a song? Don't worry, be happy. Yeah, be happy, don't worry. Or don't worry, be happy. One of those, right? Paradox said, I've been a marine boat mechanic and a orthopedic tech, but one of my favorite jobs is delivering parts or something of that nature. Oh, that's cool. Marine boat mechanic. Ooh, that seems like a hard job. Orthopedic tech. Interesting. So I'm assuming you've been in surgeries and stuff. Hand, scalpel, needle, Esley said, a storyteller, musician, poet. Oh, okay. That's what that means. Yes, she is a storyteller, musician, poet. I would say so. Even when you talk to Kaz, she sounds like a poet. Like, like that English accent. Like, they just, not all of them, but she definitely, like, it's just, the words they use are so much more eloquent. Delivery driver. That's what Kaz was doing for a while, was delivery driving. And I think it was starting to really mess up her arm because of the position when you're driving and stuff, or because they're in the right hand seat. And like, I don't know, I think it was messing up her hand. B. Freeman said, I'm working on healing and good vibes. Good. Josie says, lots of people judge all the time, girlfriend, all the time, no matter where I go. It's very annoying, especially when I'm chill. It's like, I'm being chill right now. Do you want me to get crazy? Because you don't want to see that part of me. Just calm down, dude. B. Freeman says, yes, Josie, they teach people to judge. Yeah. I mean, just magazines teach us to judge, right? When we're kids, we're looking at Cosmo or all these different magazines where all these people are so beautiful, and it's just kind of puts that idea in your head that there's this, I'm better than you because I look this way, or you're better than me because you have a different. That's just ridiculous. That way said, people that judge are only judging themselves. 100%. I always have to check myself. If I find myself judging someone, I always have to go back and think, do I resemble any of these characteristics that I'm judging here? And if no, then okay. Well, maybe they deserve to get a little side eye from me. But sometimes we resemble the same traits that we're judging, right? Paradox said, I manufacture braces and prosthetics. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Help people, have an arm again, some straight teeth. I had braces. I had braces when I was 8. But then they're crooked because I lost my bottom retainer in the lake. So they turned into crooked teeth down here. But these ones are okay. For 12 years. Awesome. Custom made. Kaz said, lovely Amber. Cheers to you, Paradox. B. Freeman said, I know someone that might like prosthetic something, caught on explosion and lost some fingers. Oof. Oof, that sucks. My goodness. Don't wind my Amber up. That's right. Don't wind me up. What's the mudra for kicking ass? This? Is this the mudra for kicking ass? All right, guys. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Josie. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for listening and hanging out. It was a pleasure. I had so much fun. Always a good time. Much blessings, love, prosperity. We'll see you next time. Peace.